Hello and welcome to the new channel. Hopefully this will actually be the first review I edit and put up. If not, well, you've watched a couple reviews already, and here's the first one that I have filmed in the new year. So, this is my lovely review, but let me first introduce myself. Hi, I am Catherine from the Lady Critics Library, and this is my new YouTube channel, Ms. Lady Critic. Here is where I do reviews like this one I'm about to do for Mary Poppins by P.L. Travers. Now, if you guys are anything like me, you grew up watching Disney movies. And if you're older like I am, you definitely grew up watching Mary Poppins. I loved Mary Poppins. I mean, Julie Andrews was awesome. And oh my gosh, I mean, I wanted Mary Poppins as my nanny so bad. Like, I wanted to jump into paintings and have polo rides on carousel horses and everything. So, last year, I believe, yeah, it was last year. Last year when I was in New York City, I was at the awesome bookstore called The Strand. And they had a display table up in the children's section, which is where the YA section is located. And they had two Mary Poppins edition books. The first one, which is this one, and then might have been the second one, might have been the fourth one, I have no idea, but another one. And they are in this gorgeous hardback copy. And it's just, oh, like, they're lovely cloth bindings and just so beautiful and really inexpensive. So I was like, you know what, I need to have these. So I got them and then realized that there was more than one Mary Poppins book. So I scoured the internet for the other couple, and I will eventually get around to reading them because, as you can see, they are quite small. But I initially started reading it because I love the movie. I mean, I would fall asleep watching that movie at night. I would watch it first thing in the morning. I was obsessed. I mean, I know all the songs. I hated the song with the bird lady. That one just didn't like that song. But anyway, so I was really excited to read the book. And when I started reading the book, I quickly realized that it was very different. It had all of your favorite characters, including Andrew the dog. You know, the little, like, old neighbor lady's dog? Yeah, he's totally in the book. But so much more happens. I mean, and Mary Poppins isn't the character that Julie Andrews made famous. I mean, not that Mary Poppins was famous before, but you know what I mean. Mary Poppins is more mysterious, and I apologize if you can hear the dog right now. They're fighting. You can see Sophie's ears. But anyway, she's more mysterious and more cunning, and I don't even know how to describe her. I mean, I imagine if I were Jane or Michael, or they have two twin siblings, babies in this book, by the way. I can only imagine that you'd go insane trying to figure out if what you think is happening is actually happening. I mean, there's an entire chapter about the cow jumping over the moon, like, quite literally. And then there's an escapade where they go to the zoo, and oh, like, it was awesome. It was your favorite scenes from the movie, like the tea party on the ceiling, and jumping into the painting and stuff like that. But it was completely different. I mean, you really would have to read the book to kind of grasp what I'm grasp what I'm saying, in just the differences. But personally, I loved it. I loved the fact that each chapter, although, sorry, we're having some technical difficulties, meaning the dogs won't sit still and keep my camera from shaking. So guess what? The little one gets held onto. No, I don't care. You are messing up my filming. Thank you. Behave. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying now. Oh, I remember where I was. Yeah, okay. So, I like the fact that when you're reading it, each chapter is kind of like a little mini story. But they all string together and they create the overall arc of the entire novel. So it was great. Like, I was reading it when I first moved here, and I mean, I was so busy doing other things that I was able to just read a couple chapters and go to bed and not feel as though I had to continue reading and finish the book like you do with so many other books. It was awesome. You would get your 1 or 2 chapters that were the little stories, and then it was done. And it continued into the next chapter, but then that was also another little story, a little escapade, a little Mary Poppins is doing something but then denies that she's doing it type deal. So it was fantastic. It's sad that you don't see books written like this anymore that I know of. I mean, these are such iconic characters, especially since Disney created the movie, and there's the musical now on Broadway. If it's still running. Is it still running? I have no idea. But it's just a lot of people, I mean, I didn't know that they were books until I was much older than when I first enjoyed the movie. So, go figure. But anyway, if you can read this book, it is well worth the read. It is an awesome read to have shared with your younger children or younger siblings, the kids you babysit. It's one of those classic stories, kind of like, 101 Dalmatians, which was a book first as well, and an awesome book. I reviewed it a couple years ago, I think. And other books like that, like Pollyanna. All these books have been made into Disney movies, but it's great to see where they actually stem from, and classic literature being what it is, it seems to get pushed to the wayside a lot of times, especially recently when you have such epic books like Harry Potter and The Hunger Games and all of these books coming out to more recent movies, that I find that you don't get really the time to enjoy the classics, and because you're wanting to know what happens next in these series that you get involved in. For example, cannot wait for the next Percy Jackson movie, and I really need to get caught up on the spin-off series, The Kane Chronicles, and then the spin-off of the Percy Jackson series, which I can't think of right now. But yes, anyways, Mary Poppins is great. Mary Poppins was first copyrighted in 1934. I mean, this book is getting close to being 100 years old, and it's still in circulation, which has to speak for how amazing it is. So if you can, get it at the library, buy it online. If you're at the Strand in New York City, I am insanely jealous, and you can probably pick up a copy there still. So until next time, I am Catherine from the Lady Critics Library, and thanks for watching my new channel, guys. Bye.